Hello, YouTube comic book community. It's Carlos, and I'm back with another video. I've been kind of slow making videos. That's because this week's pull list, my comic shop got late. They usually arrive around Wednesday, as it usually does everywhere. But they usually have it ready by the afternoon, late early evening. And so I usually go either on Thursdays or on Fridays. But they came in Thursday, so because I got to two shops, the smaller shop I go to has been in the past few weeks has always been kind of late getting them ready. So I usually go at least 2 days after they arrive just to make sure that they have everything, and I don't have to make a double trip. Before I left home today, Saturday, by the way, um, this little package arrived from Texas from my comicshop.com, Lone Star Comics. I was expecting this package at the most next week, around between Wednesday and Thursday, but no, it arrived today. So that was unexpected. I was planning on doing an unboxing because I usually expect the mail on the weekdays around the early around noon, probably around 1 or 2 o'clock. But it came as a total surprise. It's as most of you know, those that have seen my other videos. No, I bought from them from time to time, but that is usually through their eBay shop or their eBay store. So this is my first buy directly to them. So, you know, um, if I was gonna be buying, directly from them through eBay, then I I mentioned that before that just buy from them directly and avoid eBay. And the gamble actually paid off because shipping is much lower buying directly from them than through eBay. Through eBay, I actually pay $15 in shipping, and that kind of makes or breaks, um, any buy I make because even the cheapest comic, $2-3 comic, total cost would be around $17-18. Directly, I pay only $9 in shipping, so that definitely lowers my investment. I could buy a lot more higher priced comics without really you know having to think twice about it. So anyways, as most of you also know, I've been um, collecting, trying to get the full run of the 80s Supergirl series. It's about 23 issues. This is issue 4 that covers by Kit Giffen, and it's supposed to be in very fine condition. It's probably a bit lower. I guess it's around a 3. That could be very fine, between very good plus and very fine. It's got some foxing inside in the inside cover. It's a little bit. The pages are a bit tan. Um, the back cover is a bit wrinkled. It's got a few little things there, but I don't mind as much because if this was in my own shop, it'd probably be around the same type of condition. So I bought tons of comics that are very fine and have little issues with it. So yeah, Supergirl number 4. Um, so that Kid getting closer to having a full run of that. Now, this week's pool, sorry about that, small as always, and the usual stuff, with let's start with Action Comics number 22. This is sort of like you could say a sort of fill-in arc by Scott Lobdell. If you haven't heard, Greg Pak is taking over production in a few months, so this is for the meantime, and it actually, the continuity works here, because it does have, Hector Hammond, so it it's got not freaky Hector Hammond, so it kind of sort of takes place around the Superman issues. I mean, this is like a space adventure, as you can see in the cover, and so really doesn't really affect the continuity that much. So it just keeps going with the Hector Hammond story that Lobdell has going on in Superman. Next, Green Lantern number 22. Now, I've been really liking the stuff that Vendetti is doing. I mean, I know someone, not in that community, here in Mexico, who has an online radio program, and he's kind of bitching about, Vendetti putting, Hal Jordan as leader of the Green Lantern Corps. But I think that's the story. Probably not many people would expect Hal Jordan to be a good leader, but that story, it puts that character in a situation he's not very comfortable with, or anybody who knows Hal Jordan would be comfortable with. And I've been liking it. I mean, the post-Geoff Johns stuff, post-Geoff Johns stuff it's interesting, to say the least. Finally, Green Lantern number 22. Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino. I mean, this book's really been picking up, and it actually features the New 52 versions of the first appearance of the New 52 versions of Count Vertigo and Shadow. So, it's really great. The art is interesting. It's not, particularly a style that I'm used to, but the art could be very interesting. They do very interesting things here. Like, for example, this page. It's just visually interesting. And but again, the style itself, it's not really what I'm used to, but I like it a lot, and I like the story as well. So that's my poll for this week, and I did get a couple of back issues as well. This is the last issue of Archer and Armstrong that was in my shop from the old Valiant. This is issue 21, feature with a guest appearance by Shadow Man. Sorry about that. Yes, so I'm still looking for the next books from Valiant to pick up. I'll probably pick up Shadow Man and Eternal Warrior. I think that's gonna be it for my next couple of Valiant series to be trying out. And finally, Defenders number 88. And a while back I made a video that apparently nobody saw, where I showed a couple of other Defender issues which were issues 21 and 31 if I'm not mistaken, and along with some other Marvel stuff. And I mentioned that I might have some sort of contest or giveaway in the future. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking how the dynamic's gonna go for that. But anyway, I'm really interested in probably keeping this, reading the rest of the Defenders, which 10 years ago I could find a ton of these. So which is weird that suddenly they're all kind of gone from the shop. But I really like this series, and I actually picked up originally I picked up the back issues because I was reading uh, the Defenders Volume 2 by Kurt Busiek and Eric Larson, which came out between 2001 2002. And at one point I thought maybe it could be a series that I could let go at some point in the future. But I've been rereading them for the past few days. I mean, it's a very short series. It's only 12 issues as the Defenders and 6 issues as the Order. Kind of stuff that happens in the Defenders kind of goes and pays off in the Order. But it's a really great series, and if you didn't pick it up back then, I think you should really pick it up now. I mean, it's very inexpensive series. It's very fun. So yeah, there was a reason why I picked up the series back then that I forgotten how fun it was, and it had some really great covers by Eric Larson, and they had a few fill-ins, by Ron Frenz, and my favorite cover is this one by Ron Frenz, which kind of reminds me of the old pre-superhero Marvel. This really looks like one of those covers by Jack Kirby. It says, "What would you do if you were suddenly to come face to face with the worst menace Earth has ever known? You'll find out when you meet Orgo the Unconquerable." And then Nighthawk says, I think you can see it. This is, "Get back, you fools, get back. Nothing can stop Orgo." So I really, really like this cover. But the sort of crazy homage to the pre-monster Marvel comics, sci-fi, pre-superhero stuff, and even the early superhero stuff also continues kind of inside. Let me find the pages here. These 2 pages. You can, this kind of layout's kind of definitely something you might find in the late 50s, early 60s. So yeah, it's a really great series, and you should really look it up. In the back issue bins, I mean, they're really, really inexpensive, and it's a fun series. So I guess that's it for now. So until next time, keep smiling.